guess where we are today, and I'm saying one thing, it is not New York anymore. Hi, I'm Marlene and I'm a student and amateur photographer, especially film photography, and I'm currently on a little trip in Boston. Right now we're actually not directly in Boston, we're actually in Cambridge, where we're going to do a little photo walk today and documenting and photographing the area a little bit. My accommodation for this trip is actually here in Cambridge, so today I wanted to use the opportunity and go out a little. The weather is actually not so nice as I expected because it is a little bit cloudy. The lighting, semi-good, not actually good, honestly. I think it rained earlier today, so it's still a little bit wet, which is not that bad, but it's not the ideal situation. But of course, we're gonna try to make the best out of it. And of course, as always, I'm taking you with me on this photo walk, and we're starting off in the port, and we're gonna walk up straight to Harvard, and we're gonna chill there for a bit. Then we're gonna go over to Somerville, which is actually another smaller city which has a lot of Victorian houses. And if you actually check out the last photo walk that I did in Fisk Terrace, you absolutely know that I love Victorian houses. And for the people who don't know me yet, I love Victorian houses and I can't get enough of them. This is the third episode of my series Frame by Frame Photo Walks, where I'm always taking you with me while I'm out somewhere shooting photos. I have a playlist for all of the photo walks on my channel, so if you want to check out all of the past photo walks I did so far, you can go there and watch all of them. So if you're interested, I will link it for you right now, or you can always check it out in the description or of course on my channel. Again, we have my beloved Canon A-1 with me, and as usual with my 28 to 70mm lens. And for this trip I actually decided to only stick to Kodak Gold 200 because this is my favorite consumer film overall, and I just think that it fits the vibe of the area and the rest of the autumn foliage and the autumn vibes that we can get here. Actually, it was supposed to be a little bit more sunny. Right now we have more of like a cloudy situation, which is, for my personal taste, not. I like my pictures to be sunny, right? But you always have to work with what you have, right? So that's what we're gonna do today, because I feel like I'm kind of struggling with learning how the different settings kind of work together. So I mean, shutter speed, aperture, and of course the ISO. So this is kind of a perfect situation to learn how to actually compensate between these settings and how they all work together. As a little help, I'm using the light meter app that I have on my phone. I don't have a real light meter because those are just too expensive. So let's try all of that out today and let's load some film. Or maybe don't load film because I forgot it at the apartment, so I have to go back. That happens, but without film, no photo walk, guys. So, but it's not that far. It's not that far. Secure. Now we can load some film. Seriously. Sometimes, like right now, the sun is actually coming out, but it's only for like a short amount of time. So I think I really have to time these moments, right? And look for a scene where I think the light's gonna hit really good, and then take the photo as soon as the sun comes out. And have my camera ready as well. All of these houses in this neighborhood are so cute. Like the blue one especially, but all of them are just like gorgeous. Absolutely so gorgeous.
The colors in this shot really turned out amazing. The contrast between the light purple and the dark greens really make the composition in this photo.
One thing that I actually thought about while I was photographing more neighborhoods, because I really like to do street photography because there's always something going on in the streets. I like to include humans, at least somehow, in my images, because I feel, for me, I can be a little bit more creative. when I'm photographing a house, and I've reviewed the last 3 films where I photographed a lot of buildings and a lot of scenes that do not include people or street scenes necessarily, like in the city street scenes, and often they seemed really kind of in a way boring to me, so it's kind of challenging for me to find good compositions. As an example, I'm looking at this house right now and it's absolutely gorgeous, and I like the tree in front, and I like the electricity pole thing, but I don't know if the composition is worth shooting, taking the picture. I don't know, I'm finding a way to make it interesting, but I'm struggling with this. But that's why we do it. I mean, I think that this is good practice anyways, but I think that I'm just a little bit more made for street scenes and not specifically for suburban areas, but it's still nice to like try it out, you know? So cool, looks like the vampire mansion, oh my god. All the ivy? You're kidding me?
At Harvard, I did not really find that many interesting things to photograph. For me, the area just wasn't interesting photography-wise.
I did actually not find that many interesting pictures, scenes, compositions, whatever in the port. It does a lot to my motivation when the light situation is bad. I'm like, I don't want to take pictures because I like this warm, colorful look, right? And this is just not happening when it's cloudy and dark and there's no sun at all, and I hate that. So it's not doing anything for my work, and I also don't want to shoot pictures then, even if it would be good for practice, whatever. It's just that I don't want to spend the money, because we all know how expensive film actually is, but that's why I don't want to like do it.
The steep hills in Somerville actually sometimes really made the pictures. In this case, the overall composition is rather simple, but it still looks interesting because the house is really straight, but the car in front, you can clearly see that the car is parked more downhill. And this is what actually makes it an interesting but still simple composition. And that is everything that I have for you today for this rather short photo walk. But there is already another one on its way that's going to be out next week. And until then, feel free to check out my Instagram or my playlist for this format if you want to see more of my photography. And I hope to see you on the next walk. And until then, enjoy the rest of the pictures that I took. And bye!